Hey everybody, hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you've been good. I've also been well. You're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please subscribe, watch, like, and comment. If you've not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. So today we're doing something different, something that I've never done, but yeah, it's new. So I know I caught you by surprise, but again, it's nice. It's something good. I hope you're going to like it. I've been thinking and planning on doing biographies for aspiring politicians as well as the existing ones. So I've decided to start with the presidential candidates, and guess who my first presidential candidate is on my channel? Raila Odinga. So I hope you're going to love it. You guys, you're not ready. Welcome. Let's just get started.
Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was born on 7th January 1945 at the Anglican Church Missionary Society Hospital, Maseno, Kisumu District. He is the son of the late Mary Odinga and the late Jaramogi Odinga Oginga, who was the first Vice President of Kenya. Raila went to Kisumu Union Primary and Maranda Primary. He later joined Maranda High School and cleared in 1962. He spent 2 years in Leipzig University in East Germany. He later received a scholarship that in 1965 sent him to the technical school Magdeburg in Germany. Here he graduated with Masters of Science in Mechanical Engineering. In 1970, Raila returned to Kenya and in 1971 established Standard Processing Equipment Construction and Erection Limited, which was later renamed East Africa Spectra, a company specialized in manufacturing of liquid petroleum gas cylinder. Raila was appointed Group Standard Manager in Kenya Bureau of Standard in 1974, and in 1978 he was promoted to Deputy Director, where he served until his detention in 1982. He married Ida Odinga in September 1st, 1973, and together they have 4 children: the late Fidel Castro, Rosemary Akeyo, Raila Jr., and Winnie. In 1982, Raila Odinga was placed under house arrest for 7 months by then President of Kenya, Daniel Arap Moi. He was later charged with treason because of his political agitation for wider democracy and detained for 6 years. His mother died while he was in prison in 1984, and it took 2 months for the prison warden to tell him that his mother had died. He was released in 6th February 1988 and rearrested in September 1988 for his involvement with human rights and pre-democracy in Kenya, which was then one-party state. Raila was released in 12th June 1989 only to be incarcerated again in 15th July 1990 together with Kenneth Matiba and former Nairobi Mayor Charles Rubia. He was released in 21st June 1991, and October same year he fled the country for Norway with a hint that the Kenyan government would attempt to assassinate him. At the time of his departure to Norway, the Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, FORD, a movement for the agitation for the return of multi-party democracy in Kenya, was newly formed. He returned to Kenya in February 1992 to join FORD. He was elected the vice chairman of the General Purposes Committee of the party. Nearly general elections, Ford split into Ford Kenya, led by Raila's father, Jaramogi Oginga, and Ford Asili, led by Kenneth Matiba. Raila became Ford Kenya's deputy director of election and won the Lang'ata parliamentary seat. In January 1994, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga died.
and he was succeeded by Michael Kijana as the Ford Kenya chairman. Raila challenged him for the party leadership. The election were marred by controversy, after which Raila resigned from Ford Kenya to join the National Development Party. In 1997 general election, Raila vied for presidential seat, where he finished third after President Moi. He retained his position as the Lang'ata Member of Parliament. After the election, Raila supported the Moi government and led a merge between his party NPU and Moi's KANU party. In August 2007, the Orange Democratic Movement Kenya split in two, with Odinga becoming head of the ODM, while the ODM Kenya was headed by Kalonzo Musyoka. On 1st September 2007, the ODM elected Odinga as its presidential candidate in a national delegates. On 6th October 2007, Raila launched his presidential campaign. Following the presidential election held on 27th December same year, the Electoral Commission declared Kibaki the winner on 30th December 2007, placing him ahead of Raila by about 232,000 votes. Raila and his ODM leaders railed against the decision, with James Orengo and Professor Anyang' Nyong'o calling for mass action. Later, violence broke out in the country. 2 months later, after a wide incident of police brutality, a peace deal between Odinga and Kibaki, which provided for power sharing the creation of the post of Prime Minister, was signed in February 2008. He was sworn in as Prime Minister along with the power sharing cabinet on 17th April 2008, thus becoming the second person in Kenya's history to hold the Prime Minister's position. Raila's party ODM joined Kalonzo Musyoka's party and Moses Wetangula's Ford Kenya in a coalition for presidential race, with Raila as the presidential candidate and Kalonzo as his running mate. He ran for presidency in the election held on 4th March 2013, where he lost. Shortly after the results were announced, in a press conference, he noted that the election had been marred by massive failure, stating that the manual tallying was suspect, leaving him no choice but to contest the result in Kenya's highest court, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court issued a ruling dismissing the petition on 30th March 2013. On 8th August 2017, general elections were held in Kenya, and the results were revealed that President Uhuru Kenyatta of the Jubilee Party had been re-elected with 54% of the votes. However, his main opponent Raila of ODM refused to accept the results and contested them in the Supreme Court. The presidential election results were nullified by the court, and fresh presidential election was ordered to be held within 60 days. The presidential election was rerun on 17th October 2017. After the re-election was done, Raila lost against President Uhuru Kenyatta. Raila has run for the presidential seat for 4 years, and it's yet another year that he'll be vying for the presidency for the 5th time come 2022 August, and we wish him all the best. He's surely come a long way. May the best candidate win. We wish them all the best. See you in my next video as we talk about another presidential candidate. Can you guess the next presidential candidate that I'm going to talk about? Leave a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned. Bye.